Hello, hello. What's going on? Awesome course architects and party peeps. It's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. And today's topic is what am I doing? Okay. And I'm just gonna put this here really quickly. If you have not asked yourself what am I doing in a while, then chances are maybe it's not enough. Okay. Again, if you don't know what I do here, my name is Dr. Sonia. I talk all things premium courses, whether they be online or face to face, how to take your knowledge, wisdom, life experiences, package them into the format of those premium courses, luxury coaching, mentorship, brands, and programs so you can get your message out into the world because you are not supposed to stay what? You are not supposed to stay local. You're supposed to be global. Let's get into today's topic. I'm going to bring it really, really quickly. It's the what am I doing piece, right? Like, there are so many times in my business that I can recall, and times that have been more recent than not, where I'm asking, like, what am I actually doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I feel like, the momentum is rolling, and I'm not talking about as far as like busy work, but I'm talking about when you have challenged yourself, you know it because you start feeling out of place, out of sorts. You start feeling like, am I actually doing the right thing? What am I doing? Is this making sense? Like, all of these things. Is this the right action? Is this the right decision? And for me, that is always an indication that, yeah, I'm on the right path because there are multiple points along the journey where there's a delicate balance between stagnation, taking action, and being too focused on what your next level is or what the next move is. And so that's hyper focused on what's coming up or how can I continue to move forward. And as high performers, we tend to do that sometimes, and that's when we end up biting off a little bit more than we can chew, so to speak. But then, like, there's that middle part, that middle ground, that where it's not too much, where you're actually taking action but you're also not stagnant. Now, pro tip in talking about being stagnant, I also want to put this here, that plateaus are a part of growth. Okay, so doesn't matter what it is that you are working on, that you will hit a plateau, but the point of the matter is not to become stagnant, but also not to become too hyper focused on the opposite end of, oh my God, what's next? Because then we tend to judge ourselves, right? We tend to sometimes beat ourselves up a little bit about why we haven't hit the next goal, why we are not doing more of what we know we're supposed to be doing, all that stuff. Like, and I'm just not interested in doing that, especially in 2026, of like beating myself up about not being at the next level. Here's what I know about the next level: all of it is a journey. There is no real destination. I know we hear that or have been hearing that. I've been hearing that for a while. So sometimes it sounds cliche, and I have to remind myself it's not a cliche, it's real life. Okay. There is no destination. When you start to assign destinations, when you start to assign specific outcomes, and you start to place those deadlines on yourselves, those constraints, right, and restrictions, that's when all that negativity starts to happen. And we just don't have time for that in 2026 because we don't want anything to limit our growth or stunt our growth. Again, plateaus are a part of the process, as with anything. It can happen with your gym goals, your personal goals, your business goals. Doesn't matter what it is, all right? It's going to be, plateaus are going to happen, but you have to push through, right? So it's just a part of the process. It's just an interval, as I like to say. And you start to embrace the plateaus. You start to love them. I know I do, because it reminds me that I am on a journey and there is no destination, and that because on a journey, it can't really ever be finished. And so, because it's not finished, I haven't failed, right? There is no such thing as perfection. So, this is an opportunity now, because I've embraced the plateau, for me to start making small tweaks, for me to enjoy the process, understanding that these are micro processes, right? Like, there are these micro moves that you make, essentially. Like, I don't know if you are familiar with chess or checkers or whatever it is that you play, right? Monopoly, even. There are micro moves that you make during these games that affect the totality of the game, right? In the end. And you can't go back and be like, oh man, should have made that move, should have did this. But you can move forward and play another game, right? Start another game. Like, there doesn't have to be an end to this journey, okay? Like, there is no real destination. And so that's the beautiful part of embracing plateaus, is it allows you to start to embrace the process, to start to understand, like, it's a micro process game. And so I love it. The other quote that I love, and I don't know where it comes from, is that true mastery is never achieved. It's not something you can go get. You can only practice it. right? True mastery is never achieved, it is only practiced. I love that quote because we can't get to the destination. All right. If this inspired you forward, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are new here. Also, hit the like button so we can continue to spread this message globally and the bell notification so you know when I'm live. Okay. Send this to somebody else who needs it on today. Know that I appreciate every like. I appreciate you being here, whether it was 30 seconds, all right, or the full 5 minutes. I don't know how long we've been on here, about 5 minutes or so. Know that I appreciate you. Also, check out jumpfirstacademy.org to learn more about packaging your story, your premium courses, okay, your luxury coaching brands and programs, and getting your message out into the world. You are on a journey, all right? It is a continuum. And so, why not share the wisdom that you have gained along the way with somebody else? Because it can truly help and impact somebody else's life. Check out jumpfirstacademy.org to get started, or tap one of the links down in the description. I love y'all so much. Again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye, y'all.